Throughout history, the pursuit of power has often gone hand in hand with danger. World leaders tasked with shaping the destinies of nations have frequently found themselves in the crosshairs. Some leaders, touched by fate, have emerged from these harrowing encounters unscathed, their survival a testament to their resilience or simply dumb luck. Join us now as we journey through time to examine some of the most notable assassination attempts on world leaders. The United States, forged in revolution, has seen much political violence. After the Civil War, President Lincoln, who led through dark times, was assassinated. A single gunshot in a crowded theater fatally wounded the president. Lincoln succumbed to his injuries the next morning. His death sent shockwaves through the nation and the world. Decades after Lincoln's assassination, another American president would fall victim to an assassin's bullet. In 1881, James A. Garfield, just 4 months into his presidency, was fatally shot by Charles J. Guiteau. Guiteau, driven by delusions, believed he had played a pivotal role in Garfield's election. Garfield clung to life for 80 days, but the medical expertise of the time proved inadequate. His death plunged the nation into mourning once more. As the 19th century ended, the United States faced another presidential assassination. William McKinley, at the Pan American Exposition, became the target of anarchist Leon Czolgosz. Concealed beneath a handkerchief, Czolgosz fired 2 shots at the president. Despite medical efforts, gangrene set in, and the president died a week later. The assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963 remains one of the most shocking mysteries of the 20th century. As Kennedy's motorcade wound through Dallas, shots rang out. The world watched in horror as images of the slain president were beamed across the globe. While Lee Harvey Oswald was identified as the lone gunman, doubts and conspiracy theories persist. The assassination remains a profound national trauma. Ronald Reagan, often dubbed the Great Communicator, faced the dark side of political life when a gunman attempted to assassinate him in 1981. One bullet, deflected by the bulletproof limousine, pierced Reagan's lung close to his heart. The president, known for his quick wit, quipped to his surgeons, "Please tell me you're all Republicans." The attempt highlighted the dangers faced by leaders. In the heart of London, 1812, British Prime Minister Spencer Perceval was assassinated. Bellingham, a merchant with grievances against the government, believed he was unjustly imprisoned in Russia. His shocking act sent shockwaves through British society. Perceval's assassination led to increased security measures and re-evaluation of threats to those in power. Margaret Thatcher, the United Kingdom's first female Prime Minister, earned the moniker the Iron Lady for her unwavering leadership. British Prime Minister. In 1984, my resolve was tested when the IRA detonated a bomb at the Grand Hotel in Brighton during the Conservative Party conference. The explosion caused widespread devastation and claimed the lives of 5 people. Thatcher, though shaken by the attack, narrowly escaped harm, solidifying her image as a leader of unwavering strength. Mahatma Gandhi, the preeminent leader of Indian nationalism, was a champion of peace and non-violent resistance. Indian leader. On January 30th, 1948, as Gandhi was walking to a prayer meeting in Delhi, he was shot and killed by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist. Godse's act of violence, a tragic irony given Gandhi's lifelong commitment to peace, sent shockwaves throughout India and the world. Indira Gandhi, the first and only female Prime Minister of India, inherited her father's legacy of leadership. Indian leader. On October 31st, 1984, I was assassinated by 2 of my Sikh bodyguards, seeking revenge for the storming of the Golden Temple. Her assassination triggered a wave of anti-Sikh violence across India, a dark chapter in the nation's history. Rajiv Gandhi, Indira Gandhi's son, reluctantly assumed leadership after his mother's assassination.
In 1991, while campaigning in Tamil Nadu, Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated by an LTTE suicide bomber. His death left a void in Indian politics and highlighted the region's strife.
In the heart of the Russian Empire, Tsar Alexander II, known as the Tsar Liberator, became the target of numerous assassination attempts.
The People's Will, a radical revolutionary group, orchestrated these attempts.
On March 13, 1881, a bomb thrown by a People's Will member fatally wounded the Tsar. His death ushered in an era of repression under Alexander III. Vladimir Lenin, the architect of the Bolshevik Revolution, faced numerous threats to his life during his time in power.
In 1918, as Lenin was leaving a Moscow factory, he was shot and wounded by Fanny Kaplan, a member of the Socialist Revolutionary Party.
Lenin, though seriously wounded, survived the assassination attempt. However, his health never fully recovered, and the attack is believed to have contributed to his eventual death in 1924. Tsuyoshi Inukai, the Prime Minister of Japan, became a victim of his nation's growing militarism when he was assassinated in 1932 during the May 15 incident. A group of young naval officers, disillusioned with the government's moderate policies, stormed the Prime Minister's residence. The assassination of Inukai marked a turning point in Japanese history, signaling the ascendance of militarism and the erosion of civilian control over the government. In a shocking turn of events, former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was fatally shot during a campaign speech in Nara, Japan, on July 8, 2022. Abe, Japan's longest-serving Prime Minister, was known for his conservative views and his efforts to revive the Japanese economy. The assassination, carried out by a lone gunman with a homemade firearm, highlighted the enduring threat of political violence.
Napoleon III, nephew of Napoleon Bonaparte, faced numerous assassination attempts during his reign. In 1858, Italian nationalist Felice Orsini orchestrated a daring attempt on his life. Orsini hurled bombs at the emperor's carriage near the Paris Opera House. Napoleon III and his wife escaped, but the attack killed several bystanders, shocking French society.
Charles de Gaulle, the iconic French general who led the Free French forces during World War II, became a symbol of French resistance.
His decision to grant Algeria independence in 1962 enraged many in France.
The organization Armées Secrètes, a right-wing paramilitary organization, targeted de Gaulle for assassination.
The OAS launched a series of attacks, including the Petit Clamart attack, where gunmen ambushed his car with machine gun fire.
Adolf Hitler, the dictator who plunged the world into darkness during World War II, became the target of numerous assassination attempts. One of the most notable attempts on Hitler's life occurred on July 20th, 1944, known as the July 20th plot. Klaus von Stauffenberg, a disillusioned German colonel, planted a bomb at Hitler's Wolf's Lair headquarters. The bomb exploded, but Hitler, shielded by the heavy oak table, escaped with minor injuries. Hendrik Verwoerd, the Prime Minister of South Africa and the architect of apartheid, became a symbol of oppression. In 1960, David Pratt, a white South African farmer, attempted to assassinate the Prime Minister by shooting him twice at close range. Verwoerd, though seriously wounded, survived the attack. However, 6 years later, Verwoerd was fatally stabbed by Dimitri Safandus during a parliamentary session. Yitzhak Rabin, the Prime Minister of Israel and a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, dedicated his life to serving his country. In 1993, Rabin took a bold step towards peace, signing the Oslo Accords with PLO chairman Yasser Arafat. On November 4, 1995, as Rabin left a peace rally in Tel Aviv, he was assassinated by Yigal Amir, a right-wing Jewish extremist. Rabin's assassination sent shockwaves throughout the world. Anwar Sadat, the president of Egypt, took a courageous step towards peace with Israel in 1977 when he traveled to Jerusalem. In 1978, Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin shared the Nobel Peace Prize. On October 6, 1981, during a military parade in Cairo, Sadat was assassinated. His death highlighted the challenges of reconciling deeply held beliefs and the enduring power of extremism. From Lincoln to Rabin, from Gandhi to Sadat, the assassination attempts on these leaders remind us of the dangerous nature of political leadership. Their stories offer lessons about power, the allure of ideology, and the fragility of peace. How can we create a world where violence is not the answer and dialogue triumphs over division?